Thank you so much for joining us today because we have the great Mr. Jeff Adams coming in with the pyro.
Hey, don't let him in. He owes me money.
Jeff Adams,
hey,
we
guys.
Finally got you in here, man.
I know it's been a while. It's taken some time because every time that I want to do it, I'm always on the road or something happens.
With a little known band.
Yeah.
Right?
Nobody's heard of.
Not me either.
Have you heard of Starship, Jeff?
Yes, I have.
Jeff is the bass player for Starship.
Hey,
it's
guys.
Starship with Mickey Thomas.
Starship with, I mean, that just kind of clarifies it more because there's another version which should be Jefferson Airplane because they pretty much were doing the airplane stuff for a long time. But, But anyway, but it's Starship featuring Mickey Thomas.
Very cool. And you've been with them a few minutes, haven't you?
I've been with them for 20...
And now you're going to age yourself.
Okay, I'm not going to do it then.
a very long time.
A very long time, yeah.
That's a hell of a career, man. That's a good run, dude. Hell yeah.
I can't complain, and I wouldn't if I had to.
They must like you.
They do. I will. I'm hoping they do.
They're always putting up with you.
That's
right?
for sure. And my antics.
That's right. But you also bring great vocals.
For sure.
Well, and I think that's one thing that really probably helped me.
What?
Not just in this band, but all along, was the fact that, I was really more of a singer than I am a bass player, but I'm a bass player that sings and that whole thing. So it's really, really helped me.
I'm glad you said that because we're going to talk about the KISS show that we put on. We're going to build to that. But you made a funny comment or interesting comment that night. I forget how the conversation went, but you said to me, I'm not a bass player, I'm a singer. So is that what you consider yourself first?
I've always...
Because you fit that frontman vibe, too.
It's so weird. They've kind of gone hand in hand.
Yeah.
But when you were up there just fronting the band, I mean, it looks natural for you.
It wasn't always like that.
Okay, yeah.
There was times when I was grabbing this and grabbing that. And
grabbing what?
Well, this and
so
that.
The audio only, he just grabbed his crotch, all kinds of weird stuff.
Speaking of, because Nita Marcus, she used to come up, when I was, because I pretty much grew up in the stage style,
like so many of us.
Yeah, I know, right?
She would come up there, man, and of course, she had her water gun, So
she shoots you in the crotch with the water gun?
A lot. Quite a bit. Quite a bit.
Man, this place sounded so much fun.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Man, I'll tell you what, I would take it back in a heartbeat. Paul, you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul, meaning Paul Moreau's off camera, just hanging out. He's here to help Jeff remember things.
He's helping. Yeah, I'll call him my memory stick.
All right, do you have a specific order you want to go in?
No.
Okay, because you bring up vocals. I'm going to go somewhere with this.
Go for it.
My first introduction to you locally was Fifth Kind.
Oh, wow.
And I knew who you were, but I'm talking about in a band, watching you play and listening to you sing. And that band was so loaded with amazing vocals. Just incredible. And to me, it was just a vocal band.
It was Corey Myers, John Roth, Pete Mandillo, later Jimmy Fulp, and then Carrie Bador.
That's right.
That's the only one I haven't met. Of course, Jeff Adams,
Yeah, you guys could all sing.
I tell you, to have a band like that was, anybody's dream for me to be able to play with the musicians that were in that band. They're incredibly so top notch. Every stinking one of them.
No doubt.
God rest Pete Mandillo.
Yep.
He started the whole thing, with me and everything. And then, of course, Jimmy came in and just, he was the only other guy, to me. I was like, because, he would come out and see the band and he loved the music. And to me, that spoke volumes. I was like, if this guy loves the music, knowing that he was a great player, I was like, he's going to do it justice. Because that's what you got to do. You got to do the music justice.
Jimmy's watching this right now, too, Jimmy.
No, he's...
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! That was better than that.
Oh, yeah! Let's do that again so I can isolate it.
Ready?
Now, but.
Oh, yeah! That's good.
So that was like a Gene Simmons.
That's the Gene
kind
Simmons
of
version. Yeah.
Well, it was that and a sore throat version.
So you all played like weeknights, right? It was like, I remember when I first moved out here in 2011, I'd heard of Fifth Kind, never made it out. I wasn't really going out anyway.
We didn't want to.
You did like Wednesdays at Dan McGinnis, correct?
Yeah, because
Regularly.
my whole thing was that I did not want the band to play all the time because I didn't want it to get stagnant.
Yeah. Plus, y'all are so busy.
Well, and that too, which kind of helped, but I didn't want it to be so much stagnant to the band, and then for the public to also get, you know, to where I wish they would do other songs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying over here? Sorry.
A big New York audience.
I didn't know where that came from. But anyway, we would probably play like 3 times a month, you know, in different
It's
places.
still pretty damn busy.
And it is. And then sometimes, you know, only 2. But, you know, we ended up at Dan McGinnis playing every Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And, I mean, amazingly, the crowds were like, I mean, it was like a New Year's night every Wednesday night. And
where else are you going to find that on a Wednesday?
well,
you know?
it just, you know, it's amazingly, I had people come up to me and go, hey, I want you to meet so-and-so. They flew in from Chicago. They flew in from Texas. They flew in from Philadelphia to come see the band because I heard about
That's awesome.
this band. I'm like going, oh my, I mean, that's incredible. I mean, especially for a cover band, but you know, all of us have been on the road and, you know, and we're used to having to do that thing. And that's the way we're presented.
Right.
The cover stuff. We wanted to give people a concert. We wanted them to walk away feeling just like, boy, did I get my money's worth.
Yeah. Yep.
You know. So.
When I was researching for John Roth, the great John Roth, winger, Starship.
Absolutely.
So I went to Wikipedia. Fifth Kind is mentioned in Wikipedia.
Well, I'll be darned.
With all your names.
Well, there you go.
That's awesome.
That says a lot right
Need
there.
I say more?
So how long was this going on for?
5+.
Yeah.
If not more, you know, and everyone in the band, you know, as you said, you know, John Roth and Corey Myers and Pete Mandello and Jimmy, you know, and it was just amazing. Carrie Bedour. I mean, after that, you know, I mean,
you know, people wouldn't complain if you did a reunion show.
Well, and I wouldn't complain either.
Yeah.
So,
I think I have enough clout now that I can put that together. I'm just saying.
Whoa.
If you can do that,
where's
man, I am with you. Actually, Paul already tried to do it.
Did he really?
Well, and yeah, it was talks.
Paul, maybe you and I can combine.
But
efforts.
you know,
Paul's the veteran planner over here.
Oh, dude, if
sure.
anybody could make it happen, I mean,
because like I said, we're going to bring up that the epic Kiss
that's why I brought him
show
with
at
me. You know,
Lafayette's.
I needed the moral support.
Let's do it. I don't care if there's a particular order. Bring it up. Let's talk about it.
Order smorter.
So, from my perspective, it just came out of nowhere. Big announcement, Lafayette's, and I love rolling things out. I love having everything planned before you make that announcement at the right time, and man, it just came out of nowhere, and it was all gelled together, and then you just started rolling it out, and who's
it's
playing.
Pretty crazy.
And so, help explain like who played on this thing. So. You know,
I would have to, Paul. You're going to have to come in here because Paul knows the whole thing.
Paul was the Ace Frehley.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I wish you had that picture.
You were Paul Stanley. I'm pointing to Jeff.
I was Paul Stanley, but I didn't play. I just sang, and then of course Sean
Few,
and
then Sean did the blood
as
Gene Simmons, of course.
Any fire?
Yeah.
Yep, and then of course Jimmy Fulp played drums, and then of course Ronnie Knight played drums.
Bobby Ireland with his son Nick.
Nice. Yep.
And then great combinations. You had Kevin Page playing Beth on the piano with Brian Pinlack singing it. And which Kiss member was he? He was
he did Eric Carr, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, he did Eric, which was very cool that he did that. Which really
he was the only
awesome.
one. And he sang the shit out of it. But when are you going to see combinations like that?
Oh, my God. He did great. And you know, it was so funny is that Kevin is, I mean, of course, you know, Kevin had a couple of really big hits.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know,
if you don't know who Kevin Page is, look him up. He was
in the 80s. I mean, you know, of course, it was more, you know, MTV dance type stuff.
But, it was awesome.
But he is the biggest Kiss fan.
Yeah. That's cool.
And
Elvis fan.
And he blew me away that night. I mean, you know, that just shows you the love.
Josh Haynes was part of it.
And Josh Haynes.
Not
absolutely.
everyone painted up. I don't want to forget anyone.
I'm gonna mention somebody that never gets love. Thomas Halfacre.
Buddy, let me tell you what.
The whole thing doesn't happen without that guy. He behind the scenes did a whole lot. I saw that on Facebook. I didn't even go to the show, and I know he was a huge
this time,
part of this.
I was talking to Paul earlier, and walking into that room and seeing that was just
right.
breathtaking.
Sure.
Because this was the 50th anniversary.
Right.
It was breathtaking.
And
it was.
That's right. It was time for an anniversary.
It was a 50th anniversary,
and you have to do that justice. You can't half-ass something like that.
No.
So
and what was so cool is that people were coming in. They were dressed up.
That's awesome.
And it was wonderful for everybody.
That's so cool.
It's great.
Another person that needs some major credit is Kelsey King.
Okay.
She did all the
makeup.
All the makeup.
Awesome.
She surely did.
Yeah. And there's a great picture which I'll be sharing on this podcast with her and Alan Bone. Alan Bone was in it.
Right. Of course. Sorry.
Anyone that was painted up was all Kelsey's. A great picture of everyone that had makeup. I
wasn't even
going
to do it. And then, she was nice enough to go ahead and do it for me. So
did a great job too.
And Alan Bone did. He did a great job.
Yeah. So it was epic. Yeah, that staging. Sorry if I missed what you all were talking about. I was getting information from Paul over here on the
side. And also, first time, Jess. She was on there.
Yes. Jess Willett, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
From
she was
Seeing
on there.
Red.
Yeah. And she did a fabulous job.
Uh-oh. We got our lawyer to the left making sure we get the proper information.
Of course, Seth.
Seth Kirkendall.
Who would ever forget Seth?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my lawyer's over here telling me.
That's right. Yeah, we got to get it all right.
If I don't get it right, I'm going to get sued.
And look, that's the only problem with bringing something like this up on the fly is you don't want to forget anybody.
No, you don't. I mean,
but I want to circle back to.
Do I have to say what I had to eat that night? No. But no, I love Seth did. I mean, of course, he did a phenomenal job. Yeah. But next year, he's going to have to dress up. I mean,
agreed.
It's going to be one of the. You got to,
Seth, if you're listening, if you dress up, I'll dress up.
There
I'll be a really fat Paul Stanley.
So back to the stage, though. Thomas Halfacre. Now, you could have easily just put KISS on the LED screen that's up there. No, he did not do that.
Or not even do that.
He built this whole production. Mm-hmm. And a rising drum riser.
Oh, I did not know that.
Oh yeah, Ronnie Knight was on that as it went up.
So cool.
And went back down. And then it got twisted a little bit.
Did awesome. It? I didn't see that part.
Yeah, but was
he going? Whoa?
But I mean, I don't know how to explain it. It was you'll never see Lafayette look like that again.
I'm telling you. I mean, I don't even think Paul. We weren't even thinking that he was going to do all that. We had no idea.
That's great.
What was in store for us when we walked into that room. And I would probably have to say that it was probably better than what KISS had when they played.
At Lafayette.
Was it 74, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was amazing.
And Paul, who were you? Did you get painted up?
Oh, he was Ace.
Of course he did.
Oh, he was Ace. Okay.
Yeah, I got
a great Ace.
Nice.
Picture of it, man. Sure.
That's the great thing about KISS. They've had so damn many members over the years that you can fit a lot of people in that show.
And I'm not just saying this because he's sitting to the my left here, but Paul Moreau was a huge part of that planning and production.
Nice.
Check out that picture right there. Can you see that?
Oh yeah.
We'll send it.
Oh, I'm gonna have those pictures up.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
That's very. Cool.
I've already ripped some of those photos from the Facebook page.
Rip
it
up.
Rip and destroy.
Yeah, you should have been another Gene.
Well,
man.
I mean, I wanted to, but Sean wouldn't let me.
So, what song did you sing?
I did "Sweet Pain." Which to me...
We know all about Sweet Pain in this place.
No. We got a story to tell you.
Yeah.
What?
Sweet Pain. So way early in the show, we had Sean Few in.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sean.
Hey, buddy.
Love you, buddy. And Carrie, his beautiful wife, was
sitting right
there.
Oh, yeah!
So they're talking about the song Sweet Pain.
Right.
And me and my...
Was this after that I had done it or before?
No,
this is way. This is 2 years ago.
She was wearing a T-shirt that said "Sweet Pain."
Well,
and I read it as "Sweet Pear."
Okay.
And he said that on the air.
I said that, and it was a big laugh. And then 2 weeks later, Sean had T-shirts made up saying "Sweet Pear" and then the Rhythm Section podcast under it. So I love you, Sean.
One of our finer moments on this program.
Oh, I love it.
It was early on.
what a great song that never, and of course, Kiss only did it one time. And Gene, when he did it, he kind of changed it up a little bit, but we did it just like the record. And I loved it because I thought it was, God, what a great song that no one has done. No one has done. This is your subconscious.
So, all right. So the Kiss show got some love, but let's go back to some history.
Yeah.
Okay. So where
We
are
spent
you?
too much time on that.
Where are you from?
Memphis.
Okay.
Born and raised.
Cool.
Born and raised in Memphis, yeah.
Born and raised. So when did you start breaking into the scene? How'd that
Oh
whole
my
thing begin
God.
for you?
I loved music from the moment I was able to even listen to it. I remember as a child. And of course, thank God I was brought up in a time of the music was just amazing.
Mm.
And hearing the music, I gravitated to it and I loved it. And I listened to it all of the time. And I had no idea. I just thought it was something that was heard on the radio. I didn't know that people were actually doing it.
Really?
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it.
So you just thought it was just.
I just loved it. I mean, I was a kid. I was probably
But you
5-6 years old.
You didn't understand the concept of a band of musicians recording.
Never.
And
I didn't
writing
even
and
know
producing.
that. I had no idea.
It was
I
just this magical thing that appeared on
I
the
just
radio.
knew that it was something that I was just like, wow, this is just so amazing, And then when I found out that people actually did that, I was like,
I'd like to do that.
yeah, I was like, that's wow, and I loved it so much that that's just what gravitated me, and my mind was so focused just on that.
Were you singing naturally at a young age?
I was singing naturally at a young age, but I didn't sing in the band at that time. Because when I first got out playing, I was probably 14.
And bass guitar right out of the gate?
Playing bass,
Yeah.
and wasn't old enough to even get in the club, so I had to be up on stage, and they go, make sure he doesn't get off the stage,
Right.
that kind of thing. So I mean, I started, and I didn't take that long. I bet you I probably practiced for probably a couple of years, maybe, and then started moving myself into meeting guys,
Pursuing.
and doing that thing, and then it just kind of snowballed from there.
Why the bass? What made you go there?
Well, because I remember when I was in, it's not high school, what do you want to call it, pre-elementary, whatever, 7th?
Middle school.
I called it junior high, but whatever.
I know. See, it's, I mean,
it's
Whatever.
middle school, junior high.
you call it this, you call it that. Let's call the whole thing off.
Jeff didn't make it past 7th. So.
I did no, actually. Well,
He meant this, Jeff. I'm pretty sure.
Oh no,
Oh, that's right. I got to clarify. I meant Jeff Ward, my partner in crime here.
Too many Jeffs in the studio.
everyone that I met at that time in the 7th grade, all of us, met. Everyone played guitar.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first thing that
Guitars or drums, right?
Yeah. And I remember one of the guys, and I still see him every once in a while today. He said, man, he said, you got big hands.
Ooh, man.
Big. And he said, he said, man, why don't you play bass?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I mean, I'll give it a shot. And boom.
Yeah.
I mean,
it worked out for you, sir.
it was one of those things that I just, isn't that weird how life,
Yeah, I mean, we all have our stories for sure.
Yeah.
But, okay, what was the first band like? What were you doing?
Let me think.
Covers, or were you guys trying to write originals?
No. Well, no, back then, of course, it was immediately just doing cover stuff and just jamming and, oh my God, doing Zeppelin and Hendrix and then doing Judas Priest and just, all kinds of stuff, just jamming and just trying to fill it out and get that idea of what you wanted to do. And then, and we actually were writing at that point and just jamming and just coming up with ideas and stuff like that,
So I had a question there and I lost it.
Me too.
This is when This is when it goes down.
Down,
I
down.
got it. It came back to me.
Good.
You mentioned all the bands.
This
and
is
stuff
going to
that
be
you're
edited,
doing.
right?
No.
Nope.
Do you have a particular bass player or bass players specifically
At
that
that
you like?
point, I was majorly, into Geddy Lee
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
and Chris Squire.
Oh, so you like the busy playing guys?
Well, I mean, not so much that. I mean, I dug that. I dug what they did, but then I was also into Roger Glover. I was also into Jimmy Bain. I mean, just
Who's Jimmy Bain?
with Rainbow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Paul. Off to the
I
side.
told you I needed him. See, I mean,
You will have to make an appearance at some point. Paul.
believe me, he's holding back. But yeah, so I mean, I had a lot of different. I mean, Duck Dunn.
Different styles, yeah.
Duck Dunn was, another hero of mine. So I mean, I had so much in me, and maybe that's why I play like I do. Because all those things come out at one time, which is overkill. Sorry.
You need to watch this. To the audio
The video,
only people,
yeah,
you gotta watch this show. When does the singing start breaking in?
Full circle?
Yeah, full circle.
Okay.
And great.
Way to go,
wonderful.
Jeff
Thank you so
Ward.
much, Jeff. And
I mean,
Danny,
he came
I apologize.
in. Boom.
He's a brother. Him and I started out really. I guess one of my first bands.
Right.
Actually. And we were writing. We were doing cover songs, but we were writing
Cool.
and doing stuff as well, yeah.
So the two big things obviously I want to talk about is Starship and your relationship and time with Jimi Jamison.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's timeline wise, Jimi Jamison before Starship.
Yes.
Okay, so let's do Jimi Jamison.
And
So-
and this, was it Jimi Jamison or was it Survivor? Or was it both?
Well, it was Jimi Jamison, Survivor.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Because at that time...
And I have seen video on YouTube of you performing with Jimmy, and you had a lot more hair than you have now.
down to my butt.
Yeah, man, it was so cool, and you rocked it. I mean, it was
It was
great.
fun.
What a great band.
So how did this
I
come
learned
to be?
a lot.
How did this come to be?
I was still in Seattle, and it got to be the 90s. And again, which is really weird, the way things work out, is that was when the grunge thing was coming in. And when the grunge thing started coming in, I had gotten a call from Corey because Corey had this band called Driving South.
Corey Myers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, they're doing all originals. They're working with, some other people, and trying to get a deal and stuff. And I really loved the material. And in between talking to him, Jimmy had called
Okay.
and said, hey, how would you like to come out and, and tour with me, doing Survivor and stuff. And I was starting to miss home anyway. So I was like, wow, what a, this is just perfect.
Good timing.
Yeah, it's good timing. So I ended up moving home and actually, I would do a show with Driving South. The tour bus would be waiting for me outside. I would jump on the tour bus and I'm heading out.
Well,
Excuse me.
And I know that your vocal ability had to come in really handy with Jimi Jamison because that guy was absolutely no slouch.
No, Jimmy was amazing.
He sang in the stratosphere, and
I tell you,
you had to be able to hang.
I go back and listen to that stuff, and what a phenomenal.
And you are too.
Thank you so much.
You get up there with the best of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? He was so, just so cool and so generous that there was one song called "I'd Love Her Anyway," which Peter had written, and he was like, "Dude, I can't, I just can't do it justice." So he said, "I want you to sing it," So I ended up singing the song.
He didn't think he could do justice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or whatever that's supposed to mean.
Right. No, but I get it. I know what you're saying.
Because to me, Jimmy was like, But for whatever reason, he let me do that song.
Sure. That's awesome.
So I actually got, it was weird at first, to sing a song with him being the front guy. I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
And Pete Mandillo was part of this lineup with you, right?
Pete was playing
Okay,
drums and before that, Bill Marshall.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
The video that I saw you in had Bill.
Bill Marshall. Yeah.
So many people have played with this gentleman.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's a pretty good thing to have on your resume.
So
it's nice to have a resume, period.
Yeah.
Was there a good deal of touring with Jimmy?
A lot.
Yeah.
We were gone, and there'd be times that we were on the bus and we were heading back home. And next thing I know, we're getting a phone call, from our agency saying, "Hey, where you guys at?" We tell them where we're. "Hey, how long is it going to take you to get to Cincinnati?" Okay.
How much time do we have?
Yeah. We need you. It's just, we would pick up stuff. Of course, there was crazy stuff to where we broke down for 8 days and stuff too. But, that's a whole nother story.
Right. Now, I know Jimmy also did some international stuff. Were you part of that?
We did tons. And that was an incredible thing that Survivor was huge over in Europe.
Yeah.
So we were constantly over in Europe, touring with Nazareth and Uriah Heep. And it was so funny. I was just on the Blue Cruise this last year. Been a long time, been a lot of years since I've seen the guys in Uriah Heep.
Yeah.
And I saw Mick, the guitar player, right? And so I went up to him and I said, "Hey, Mick," I said, "Jeff Adams from Survivor, we toured with you guys over in Europe back in the early 90s. And I was, and he goes, "Oh my, dude, yeah, I remember." He goes, "Man, we had the biggest time." When we did, they were the most wonderful people. We'd sit around and talk all the time and do other stuff, and, and it was great.
All right. So Survivor, Jimi Jamison. What was the next one you wanted to talk about, Derek? You mentioned
the Starship. We definitely want to get the Starship.
Well,
story
before I think we need to let Starship be the finale.
Okay,
that's just my opinion.
All right.
So we've got to talk about Kenley Wolf.
Oh wow.
And I'm not even going to attempt to. You just take the floor and tell us exactly what happened with this deal.
This was actually Fire Choir. Of course, that time it was John Roth.
Yep.
Scott Hurd, another incredible guitar player. And let's see who was playing drums. Glenn Quiggins. Chuck Jones playing bass. And I was just fronting the band.
Okay.
And no. God, no. Chuck was playing guitar and I was playing bass at the time. So this is early on. And this was right when I think Lord Tracy was still Tracy Lords.
Yeah.
So we're talking about.
We got that story.
Yep. Right. So you know that one, right?
Yep.
So anyway, I swear I think it was Halloween night too. And it was at the Stage Stop.
That's
early 80s. Packed out. We're opening up for Tracy, Lord Tracy.
Yeah.
And man, first song in. Literally my mic kind of, the boom mics are, they have their own mind. They want to kind of do their own thing. So it kind of moved away from me. So I went to grab it and pull it back to me. And all of a sudden it just jumped on me and it knocked me off my feet.
You got electrocuted.
I got electrocuted and I was literally on the floor. And is this PG or is it?
No, do your thing, man.
Let it fly, dude.
So.
Were you conscious?
Kind of, sort of.
Okay.
I was.
Were you fucking conscious? See, it's all good.
Well, you know what? If I was high on electricity.
Understand.
And I was kind of there, but not there.
Yeah.
And I just remember I was kicking and I was trying to, and I remember seeing Chuck Jones and I was trying to get his attention. Everybody in the audience thought that it was like, dude, he's just killing it, man.
That's part of the show.
As you're rolling on the stage.
Yeah, he's killing it, dude. And they were just freaking out because they thought I was just, I've never seen him do that.
Neither has he.
That was a
What a showman.
I didn't know I had it in me. So anyway, if I remember correctly, somebody was going to come up and actually after they figured out that something was going on and try to help me, but then Kenley actually came up and kind of moved them. He knew what was happening and moved them out of the way, and he grabbed the mic cable and yanked the mic cable out, which actually killed
the problem.
The flow of electricity.
So the whole time you're on the stage floor, it's flowing through you still.
My eyes were rolling back in my head. There was blood coming out from under my fingernails.
No kidding.
Yeah, I had a burn mark where the mic was on my chest and stuff.
Wow.
And So my brother, he grabs me up, throws me over his shoulder, takes me, and puts me in the car, takes me to the emergency room. But next thing I know, I'm kind of coming to, and I've got all these heart machines on me and stuff. Wow. It was crazy.
Man, that's nuts.
Crazy times.
Wow.
Well, thank you, Kenley Wolf.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
And,
Yes.
I told him, when we saw each other, because we just did the thing for Nita, last
year.
Last year. And I was so adamant about them being a part of it.
Sure.
And so thank God.
Their band is just synonymous with the stage top.
To me, they are. I mean, they were just so amazing.
Yep.
But anyway, I told Kenley, I was like, man, again, thank you so much for being there for me.
I mean, who knows what would have happened if it would, another minute, another 2 minutes.
Well, because no one,
they didn't know what was going on.
No one knew what was going on. So I mean, I'm here. Thank God, to him and.
Yeah.
My brother, he yanked me up and took me to the emergency room and stuff.
We're all grateful.
Yeah, man. Life is good.
I do have a note here about the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Have we talked about that?
No.
Well, that
we
has
have
to do
Let's
with,
do that.
Kind of starts with the Deep South thing. So I got involved in Deep South, which was members of 38 Special, Leonard Skinner, and Atlanta Rhythm Section.
Damn.
So this was like a who's who of Southern rock. We were signed with Garth Brooks, the manager at the time, and just really getting going, and what a great, incredible band. What a thing to be involved in.
Sure.
I mean, because these guys to me were just, amazing. Unfortunately, it's one of those things that didn't pan out. But, I mean, something that did pan out, was me becoming really good friends with Jeff Carlisi from 38 Special and Ed King, God rest his soul, from Leonard Skinner, and Artemis Powell from Leonard Skinner. And so I just remember being in the studio rehearsing at SIT in Nashville at one time, and Jeff was like, we do this thing, called Camp Jam. And it's for basically putting kids together, teaching them how to play and all this stuff. So
can Derek and I come?
Yeah, man. Anytime you want, man. So we started actually, he asked me to do that. And I was like, oh, my God, that sounds like something incredible.
Sure.
We did so much incredible stuff with it. And then we actually moved that on to where we started working with some people out of Detroit and the hard rock, and doing to where we were backing up all the Voice singers and all of the American Idol singers and doing all that. It goes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's so much in my brain you would have to probably get a big squeegee thing. And
well, how does this tie to the Hall of Fame?
So when he asked me to do that, I started doing that stuff. And then we actually, Jeff had already been doing the Hall of Fame with Willie and with... and
we're talking the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, yeah, with all the guys. And so he had called me and he said, look, Willie, the bass player from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and also Will Lee was...
Oh, Will Lee, David Letterman, yes.
Correct, on David Letterman. So anyway, Will couldn't make it, so they asked me to come in and sub for Will.
So you played with Paul Schaefer?
So played with Paul, so did that
Wow.
that whole thing, and it was just a wonderful thing to become a part of doing that thing. So that thing was me, and of course Jeff Carlisi from 38, and Liberty from Billy Joel, Rob Arthur, which was with Peter Frampton, and also, I mean, he was Joan Osborne. I mean, amazing. Ricky Byrd, which was originally the guitar player for Joan Jett.
It is amazing.
It's amazing. So when you say you were part of the Hall of Fame, you're in the band.
Yeah.
But earlier when we were having dinner, you were part of the planning of it too, right?
Basically, the Hall of Fame runs on fundraising. So we did all their fundraising.
That's what we were talking about, yes.
And then we also did all of their corporate Battle of the Bands, which I'd have corporations from all over the country and all over the world, have, I didn't know this, but they all have bands.
Yeah.
And that was Jeff and I, Rob, and Jack Blades from Night Ranger, and Liberty.
Do we want to hit Starship?
Yes.
Oh,
It's
Let's
that
hit it.
time.
2000 was when you joined them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's so weird is that I had taken off from Survivor.
Mhm.
Pretty much. I mean, I was burnt.
Yeah.
To be honest,
I understand.
and I just wanted to take off for a while, and I had gotten a call from Bobby Kimball about joining Toto.
Nice.
And at that point, it was the strangest thing. He had called me, and then I'd gotten a call from Daryl Verduzco, which is the drummer for Starship. And he was asking me about, coming out and doing some stuff with them. So, I mean, I'm like going, you go from sitting around, just kind of relaxing to next thing you know, trying to make a decision on.
That's a pretty hard
Survivor and Toto.
No,
Starship.
Oh, I did the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It starts with an S.
I'll keep you straight.
I'm turning my microphone off.
I told you. We needed to have like a month get together before we did this thing.
Starship and Toto coming for you.
Yep. And so I was like, well, you know what? I think I'll just, whichever one comes first. And so it was Starship. And I was really kind of glad because, when I was with Survivor, we toured so much with those guys, and I got to be just, I knew everyone.
Sure.
And it just was so much more comfortable.
I get it.
I mean, of course I'd known Bobby for years.
Yeah, but look,
stuff
being
too,
comfortable in that situation is a big deal.
right.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's the hang, right?
It's well, I'll tell you what, 90% is the hang, 10% is the music because, they know they're going to hire you, you can play anyway.
Right.
So
if they're talking to you, they know you can play.
That's right. It's all about being able to
hang out,
to be on the road and be able to hang. Yeah.
all be on the same bus.
Yep.
Bumping into each other all
But
day.
we're not on buses anymore. We fly. So
Very cool.
Kind of a put you on the spot question. When you get a call from Starship, are you already really familiar with their music? Or are they somebody you?
You mean at that time?
Yeah, at that time. Or is it something you really had to woodshed and really learn? Because
Well, I mean, of course I knew the material.
okay,
But you still have to woodshed
Sure.
when it comes to listening to stuff and really loving it and appreciating it. But then when you have to break it down and really learn the stuff, you realize it's just like, I'll tell you one thing that happened to me. And this is a simple song, and it's Sweet Home Alabama.
Okay.
And Ed King, he was such a stickler for it being right because, he was a bass player too.
right.
And he was like, dude, that's not right. And then when you're listening, because we're talking about listening, enjoying stuff and knowing the material, and grew up on it, right?
Right.
I didn't know it.
No, there is hearing a song, and then there is an actively listening to a song.
I didn't know it.
And you have to actively listen to stuff to learn it.
And you know how simple.
Yeah.
Well,
You think it is.
so much that we're talking about Sweet Home Alabama.
Right.
There's more involved in that
There's
song.
more involved in
Yes.
it when you are giving it that life that it deserves to have and playing it correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've forever played the watered down kind
Well,
of
right,
just
I mean,
simple.
everybody, because they're simple chords,
Yeah, so you're just thumping along, doing what the drummer's giving you. You're just kind of
but it's how
getting through it.
It's
but,
how you play the song.
but there's a lot of riffs in there that you can
there's-
overlook.
Right.
Right.
For sure.
And I was like, when I went back and listened to it, I was like, oh my God.
Right.
I didn't realize, how much, because, well, obviously, Ronnie was a stickler for rehearsing and rehearsing and just making that stuff right.
But I don't want to veer too far away from Starship.
Right. We just
still gonna
did.
hang there.
Yeah, we
we
did.
totally did.
Back on track.
So, what's it like, that first run with them? You're in the band with them. It's year 2000, like you said.
The first show I did with the band, Mickey wasn't there.
Okay.
We were actually, the band was backing some other artist, and they hired me to do that, and I did that, and then that's when Daryl had called Mickey. He goes, "Hey,"
And Daryl is the current drummer.
he's
He's
the
it.
only one of them.
He's the guy.
So anyway, you see who he calls him, and he says, "Hey, I got your bass player."
Now we need to have Daryl on the show to see if that's an accurate representation.
I wish the listeners could see your facial expressions when you're doing it too. So then off and running, right?
Yeah. And then after that, I mean, they offered me the gig, and I mean,
awesome.
And
that was your 2000 to now. You've been with them 24 years.
24 years, and it's a
hell of a run.
Hell of a run.
Who are you sharing the stage with every night, other than Mickey
John
Thomas
and John Roth?
Yeah, Mickey is the man.
Yeah.
And then we got John Roth, we got you, we got Daryl.
Sean Coey.
Okay.
Which she's from Vegas, and she, of course, I mean, she was out with Zappa, not Tweez was Zappa, not Frank Zappa.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
And Meatloaf, and
nice.
Phenomenal singer, phenomenal. She just knows how to bring it.
She's pretty easy on the eyes.
Well,
too.
I guess that helps.
He's putting it out there.
Yeah, well.
He's professed his love for a lot of different people on this
happens.
show.
So I know I've seen that you guys, Starship does a lot of, it was at the Disney.
We've done
Epcot.
Disney, Epcot. We were actually the only band for.
Bless you, Paul. Gesundheit.
Was that you? Jeez, it's my lawyer. We're the only band for, I would have to say, probably 20 years that did it 2 times a year. We would do it early March, April, and then we would do it later September, October, which was the Food and Wine Festival. Loved it. I mean, wonderful people. They took care of us.
And I know you guys are getting ready to hit the road soon, and it's going to be a really busy summer.
We have actually done a few shows this year, but it's actually getting ready to, at the end of this month, start to pick up really hard.
So you slow down during the winter and holidays?
Slow down during the winter, off for, 2 or 3 months. And sometimes when you think you're going to be off for 2 or 3 months, next thing you know, it
hits.
Yeah. So, but generally off for, November, December, January, some stuff may come in, but then it starts,
So it's ramping up. Yeah.
Yeah. But, since COVID, I mean, that really put a damper on everybody, I mean, we were
shut down
2.5 years.
Really? No touring, 2.5 years.
We did one show in Belgium. And I'm sorry, not Belgium, but South America. We were in South America, did that show, and then literally got back on the plane, came home, and in the middle of coming home, you could tell things were really kind of getting weird in the airports and stuff. And then when we got home,
it was really weird.
Yeah, but here's our
it was really weird.
Here's our schedule. Our schedule's still there, right? And I'm going, okay, it's still there.
Yeah.
And then that week would go by, and then it would drop off. That would drop off. Next thing you know, and then it was just nothing. 2.5 years. So, I mean, being that your whole life is built around being a musician.
Yeah.
You're like, I didn't know I was going to get thrown into retirement.
Right.
You
kind of hoped you'd plan that.
I've got, planned it just a little bit. So, I tell you what, it was a weird moment.
What did you do in those 2 years?
I just prayed a lot.
I think he fooled around and fell in love.
I fooled around, I fell in love. And
I like it.
Yeah.
I
did. And, so it was tough. I mean, it was really, really tough. When you make your living doing nothing.
I feel you.
My whole life, and thank God, that I've been fortunate enough that my whole life has been built around me being a musician.
Right.
Whether or not I'm in the studio doing commercials, which I just did one the other day.
Nice.
Thank God.
Can you tell us who it is and what it was about?
Oh, it was for some company up in Michigan.
Okay.
Most of them, I mean, they would get sent out. I mean, I would be traveling across the country, and I'd hear, we turn on the radio, we're driving, and I go, I think that's me.
That's awesome.
So when you do these, is it vocally, or are you doing?
I do vocal.
Okay,
just they're already pretty much done. A lot of times we'll use the same tracks, but different lyrics.
You can bring Derek and I in. We'll be glad to do harmonies or backups or something.
But those days of it being, we used to do quite a bit of them, but those days are, have kind of, they've gone to so much more AI.
Yeah. Yeah, musicians love AI.
Well, I feel like we still haven't scratched the surface.
We haven't.
But,
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
so we gotta.
Basically, you've got to get my brain to start actually working.
Yeah. Well,
So-
we're going to bring you back.
On the other side of the big summer touring,
Yeah.
we'll have you back.
I would love to.
Let's do
I
it.
had so much fun.
Next
Yes.
time you
and I hope that it didn't sound like a bunch of gobbledygooey.
Absolutely not.
I mean,
man. This was fun.
Yeah, we had a good time. I hope the Phelps enjoyed this.
Yep. Because we're,
No,
we're,
they're going to.
we're at
Yes.
their house watching it.
Should we?
Are we there yet?
I hope.
We're there now?
So this is the spirit they've
The
been on.
spirit.
I was actually going to bring a little bit of red wine, just so that I could give homage to Donna.
Yeah. So we're all four of us at Windy City,
Yeah.
getting ready to
Yeah.
head up here.
Yeah.
And you two, Jeff and Jeff, decide to go to the liquor store.
Oh, yeah. Well,
to get
it was
alcohol.
it was him that
was
pushed
not.
And
me
then
into
me
going.
and Paul Moreau come up here.
I ran
hanging
out of
out.
gas actually getting there and had to stop and ask somebody to get. I mean, it was horrible. This guy,
For the audio only, I should say, how do you say this?
Mayomi.
Mayomi Chardonnay.
Yeah, which is really not my cup of tea.
It's a white wine, is it?
Yeah, I mean,
You want to drink from the bottle?
I mean, if I had to.
All right. Wow. So much. So
Man,
much covered there.
thank you
Thanks for
guys.
doing this, dude.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I hope that any of it makes sense. That's why you need to edit so that it actually does.
Well, we cleared up that you got shocked and not shot.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
I definitely got shocked.
let's go back.
We had that miscommunication.
I did. Fire Squire. That's wrong.
Is not.
And you got shot.
Yeah.
Me.
And then
me feel better.
and then instead of Big South.
No, instead of driving south,
Oh
you
my
said Big
God.
South.
I'm gonna shut
We're
up.
going to have to do this thing over again.
You don't remember my name?
I bet you do.
Killing me, Smalls.
So perfect. All right. Well, we're not going to say official bye yet,
You
but
can't.
we're gonna talk to this audience that I hope is still here. I hope you're still
I
sticking
hope they
around
are.
after this. But yes.
Shout out to, is we still on?
Absolutely, do your
Okay,
thing.
shout out to all of my friends, my fans, my family from all over the country, all over the world,
Man, yeah.
and people that, that I haven't seen in God knows how long. I would just want to say hi to you,
Love it.
and I hope to see you soon.
Yes.
Sweet.
Memphis Music Podcast, y'all. This guy right here.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Thanks to our band sponsors.
Yeah.
Thanks to you guys. We can
Always.
have Jeff Adams on here. Thank you. Keeping the lights on for us.
Woo!
That sounded. That was like on pitch.
pretty good,
yeah,
wasn't it?
dude.
Yeah, you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at the Rhythm Section Pod. Our website is therhythmsectionpod.com.
And remember to join us every Sunday for the new TRS Sunday Replay series, where we bring back all of your favorite interviews on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify. Jeff Adams' episode will be sometime
And that's the news.
mid 2025 when it will circle back around. So, and then the tip
I'd like
bucket.
to
Yes,
figure
sir.
out the next round with him. We need to figure out how
Yeah.
to take calls.
Yeah. Oh, that would be fun.
Take
You know
Oh,
what?
we can do that.
You're on the air with Jeff Adams.
I
caller.
would absolutely love it because I would love to hear from people that I have not.
I know exactly how we can do that.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. And
would
we
be
should,
fun.
we should do that with other things.
Sure.
That'd be
Look
fun.
at me go.
Hey, we won't talk about that.
We'll do that
That's why.
with Paul's episode.
That's
too.
why I pay Jeff Ward the big bucks over here.
I didn't
the
get
big
Paul
bucks.
on there.
You want to make
Come
an
on,
appearance,
Paul.
Paul?
Say
Come
hi.
say
At
hello.
least say
Come on,
hi.
bro.
Come say hello.
Come on,
Come on.
Paul.
Come
There
over
he
here, Paul.
is.
What's up, everybody?
Hey! All right, we did it.
Sweet.
All right, y'all. And then tip bucket.
Yep.
If you could help us out, that'd be great. Venmo,
Yeah.
Cash App, search the Rhythm Section Pod. We would love your help.
You guys are
Please.
great.
Thank you, Jeff.
Get out
Appreciate it.
and see a band.
All right, y'all.
That's what I'm talking about.
Thanks for hanging out. We had a lot of fun today. I hope you all did too. And until next time, we'll talk to you then.
Thanks,
Peace
Jeff
out.
Adams.
Jeff
you, brother.
Adams!
Yeah.